Hey Sag, starting your reading 1747. See what wants to come out for you guys. First card out, we've got the Six of Wands. It's a huge breakthrough. It's a new chapter. A lot of changes taking place because of the breakthroughs that you've had. This is forgiveness for those that come before you. This is cutting cords, separation. This is no longer being haunted by the ghost of the ghosts of your ancestors' actions. There's an end to self-blame. There's an end to carrying the weight of your team's decisions. This is breaking free from generational stereotype 111, I want to say. A lot of the time we want to be just like our parents, our grandparents, whoever it is we look up to as our elder. We mimic them, and sometimes we mimic things that are not actually very kind or very fair or very or authentic to us in the first place. This is a breaking free from who you're meant to be, who you should be, who you're expected to be. Still honouring tradition, still honouring those that come before you and those that are here today. Living your life in a way that doesn't feel like you have to keep pressing pause to please some other's perspective. Split the deck, King of Swords. It's like having to put on a disguise to keep up appearances, to keep people happy, to hide certain narratives, to hide certain... It's like an end to being loyal at the expense of being disloyal to yourself. This is new standards. This is not having standards of expecting a certain respect, a certain energy, certain codes from people. But if you're blood, or if I've known you for so many years, then there's an exception. This is no exception to the rule. And yet it's like that thing of there's always one exception to the rule. This is no longer entertaining, showing up for, or having tolerance for disrespect, being direct or indirect, whether it be indirect or indirect. King of Swords, Nine of Cups. Because of now what you're not accepting, you're energetically requesting to upgrade, and so you are. This is new community. This is dreams and wishes come true. Nine of Cups, Four of Wands. 1752. Near future energy, guys. Miracles coming about. This is many blessings throughout the month of December. Things that you're not expecting, surprises. It's like one thing getting a gift that you want, but it's another thing getting gifts when it's something you never wanted or never knew you wanted, but it's something that you couldn't have ever wanted more. Hear that firework? This is surprise from spirit, Ace of Wands. This is gonna lift your spirit. I've got that song coming through, lifting higher and higher. Your love lifts me higher and higher. Ace of Wands again. Guys, what is this? This feels like a very romantic, passionate relationship coming in. Or the rebirth of one, Hierophant. This is a time of coming together. You're in a position where it's not that you need somebody, it's not that we all need each other, but in terms of like from that codependent state, this is moving forward with someone in an interdependent way, in a very empowering way, in a way where you are able to flourish, to it's like you're lifted up on your worst day, you're celebrated on your best day, you're encouraged throughout all days to even push yourself out of your comfort zone. you're supported, and it's like being in them moments when you feel so cringe or so ashamed or so nervous or so or not good enough in some way, or it's like you've got to really push yourself out of your comfort zone and you're feeling completely like tiny, when maybe it would be an opportunity for others to kind of laugh at some kind of downfall. It's like this person is going to let you know how wonderful you are in those moments, and this is genuine. This isn't just saying things because this is what you're meant to say. Something random coming through. A scene from Wicked, the new Wicked film, 555. This is somebody new. There's a lot of changes taking place because of the changes that have happened with you. Scene from Wicked coming through, when the witch and the guy that she is in love with, he says something to her like, oh, you're beautiful, and she's like, don't lie to me. He says, I'm not lying, I'm not lying, I'm just seeing things differently, split the deck and star. And then she says the same back to him when he turns into the scarecrow in a different, you know, in another scene. 822. This is beauty being the eye of the beholder. This is being completely cherished on not just a human level but a soul level. This is a transformative love coming in. There's heavy narratives about, especially nowadays, about not needing a partner to do life with and being completely independent being the goal. This is a surrender to what the possibilities of letting your guard down, because there is fear and it is a risk to have everything just so, and to then open your door and let go of control and let somebody else in to, you know, when you've had the furniture a certain way for so long. And when I'm saying furniture, it's like maybe it is actual furniture, but maybe in terms of like metaphorically, when you've had your furniture a certain way for so long, when you do things a certain way, put things a certain place, even in terms of like the sense you like, the way you like things, the way you run your day, the time you get up, the time you go to bed, how you go to bed, if you like high level energy when you get up, or you like to have a peaceful rising, all these different things, and you have everything in your control to a certain extent to open the door to let somebody in, to find a way to do the dance of life together, is going to mean learning a new routine, learning a new dance. It's going to mean maybe bumping into each other now and again and having patience, and it's a willingness, it's a want, and it feels like this is a desire. However, convincing yourself it's not a desire is easier, because fear of losing control or losing yourself in some way, it's like it's safer to be alone, and it is, but protecting your heart weirdly hurts your heart, because this love is healing in itself. This is a general reading, but what's coming through specifically here is for those of you single. This is somebody that you've never met before, somebody that you don't know, and somebody that you would never have gravitated towards in the past. Why? I'm not gonna know yet. I've got to carry on with the spread. We'll get back to it. Fine. What's this? 7 of Cups. Have you learnt your lesson? Is what's coming through this. What's coming through this is going to tell somebody good news and getting a jealous or a kind of energy vampire kind of reaction, being completely drained, confirming with yourself and your guides, oh, shouldn't really tell that person that again, grieving that, coming to terms with that, getting over it, and then doing the same thing again, because it's like, oh, I've got over it, doesn't matter, I know they're not going to be happy for me, but I'm still going to tell them. It's not affecting you so much this time, but it doesn't need to affect at all. Have you learnt the lesson? This new love, or even a rebirth of a relationship, no one needs the updates. Certain people do not need updates. You're responding out of habit in certain situations. Like, oh, you have to respond. It's like, oh, you can't delete people, you can't, you know, and it's like, no, you can't, but yeah, you can. Life is short. You choose what you stay connected to. You choose who has power to infiltrate your bubble. And as much as we should all be open and lovely, and you know, everything should be able to be on the table and for everyone to see, because we should all move with the utmost respect and honesty and love and kindness and compassion, care for one another. That's not the case out here on planet Earth. So, and again, that doesn't have to be your reality, but call a spade a spade. Certain blessings coming in this month. Keep it to yourself, and if you're not sure whether to keep it to yourself or not, keep it to yourself for the month and do what you need to do. Like, if you're going to impulsively contact someone, maybe block that contact for the month. Again, that sounds extreme, but this is a transitional period where you are having to master your own emotional reactions based off what you want things to be and what they really are. So do what you need to do to protect your blessings. King of Cups, Two of Cups. How you see yourself starting anew, ready to take on the world. It's like an acceptance that something needs to start again, that you've got to give it another go, that it's like the period of giving up, the period of defeat is over. Ready for the next round. External influences, we've got the Star. What's coming out with this Star is this is going to resonate if it's for you. Being aware that you're in illusion, being aware that you're being guided to entertain certain illusions so that you can get the message and receive enough clarity to cut cords once and for all. Split the deck, the Magician. This is seeing an illusion and choosing to entertain it and not just step out of it from when you see it, for divine reasons and knowing those divine reasons. This is coming out of illusion while still being in illusion on purpose. In some ways, this has been a way to protect your emotional health, your mental health, and in some ways, this is because the memories of the illusion are some of the greatest memories. And although they were an illusion in terms of from your perspective, to many others they weren't an illusion. In terms of maybe you've seen people's true intentions, people's understand that kind of the psychology of things, people's behavior and reasons why, and different situations, and see that certain things were an incomplete truth. However, they don't. Therefore, that is the truth to them. Therefore, it wasn't an illusion to them. And at the time, it was real to you, and not to dismiss those memories. Certain individuals in your life that you've been grieving and have cut cords with, they're not leaving your life, but the dynamic is changing and it feels like a physical grief. And this may have led you to feel like certain individuals you will never see again. This isn't the case. Let things play out. Take your hands off the wheel, release the weight, let the universe orchestrate things for a moment. There's many things at play. Trust that everything's working out for the highest good of all. You'll know who in your life I'm referring to when I'm saying that. Death. Alright, what you asked for. A foundation of commitment. It's like asking for a committed life and people in your life that are committed. And that isn't just in terms of love, Two of Cups. This is in terms of like business, love, friendships, whatever you do, whatever you receive, for it to come from a committed source, for you to be a committed source, you know. and to build foundations in the energy of commitment, with the intention of commitment, in commitment. This is loyalty. This is the unspoken word of the codes of humility, you know, an end to being deceived, purity, wanting purity in your life, truth in your life, equality, peace, unconditional love for the right reasons. 9 of Pentacles. Outcome here, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Foundational factors is a mess. You really want me to take all these? I'm trying to put them back to get one, but right, we've got 7 of Swords, deceit, lies, confusion, illusion, being so loyal to situations that, you know, wouldn't have the same loyalty back. This is seeing through, I want to say it's going to appear to others like the lens of naivety, but honestly this is never be mad at yourself for being a good person, to live with an open heart and to trust until you have a reason not to. Just because you've been hurt doesn't mean not to open your heart again, in terms of any place in your life, business partners, love, friendship, whatever it might be. A lot of harsh truths, having to protect yourself, fight to defend yourself, fight to explain yourself, to get people to see your worth. And it's been revealed to you that those that you thought to see your worth weren't worth it. Again, grief here, that letting go of this. These realizations have just brought you back to yourself. 2244. It's like every time a loyalty is lost, you bring that loyalty back. And this has built a strong sense of self, a strong self-care. Be practical with respect to how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Gracious, practical, generous, stylish. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself, thinking you're powerless when you're not, a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of addiction or codependency. 22 seconds. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation, sadness that will heal with time. 3 of Swords. Being guided to falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious. Be grateful you have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Okay, we've got 23, opossum, diversion, and the squirrel, number 26, gathering, and the lizard, 36, dream time, and the deer, number 4, gentleness. To be honest, this is coming through like military training, like being prepared to be flexible. How do you become flexible? Sometimes by being broken down. This feels like a spiritual breakdown to break through, a moulding. How do you learn to adapt? By being thrown into uncomfortable situations and like surrendering to let your body adapt, like jumping in ice cold water, how people do, or whatever it might be, pushing your limits. When you really feel like you haven't got it to get up, but an emergency comes about, you have to get up and get going. And then the more you do that, the less you react to it. And then it's like you just get up and go without any interference of the mind or the emotion. And this is really kind of Superman masculine energy at its highest form, and not in the case of that macho man masculinity, kind of unhealthy masculinity. This is in terms of a complete streamlined, it's like, yeah, streamlined internal guidance system, instant action, graceful reaction, being able to shift and change what you're doing, the pace you're doing it at, respond to urgency, emergency in a calm, cool and collected manner without it affecting your emotional health, without it affecting your mental health, moving in a place of separation through the breath. And this has been something learned through repetition. Things may start to seem easier, but actually nothing's got easier. You've just cultivated the tools to navigate ridiculous situations. And doing it with a little pizzazz, a little charm. Pay attention to your dreams. There's many opportunities within you right now, things that you may not be thinking about, projects that you're about to put out that you may not even have thought of, or things that you've started that you may have forgot. Things are going to start coming together in a very whimsical, wonderful way. 24, the crow, universal law. 19, buffalo, prayer and abundance. 37, antelope. 16, raven, action. Oh, and the jaguar picked himself up with this. Integrity, impeccability. 37, antelope, do what needs to be done for self, family, clan and nation. Card of action. And the raven, magic. If these three cards don't sum up and the rest of this don't sum up what I'm saying here, you get the point. I don't know why I'm still pulling these medicine cards, but I just feel to. That's interesting. So we've got the fox, 25, and the salmon, number 49. Camouflage, inner wisdom. Interesting. So I was splitting the deck and I was taking the two off, and then underneath them two were another two, and I was guided to pick them up. And then I was guided to pick the next lot up, and I'd questioned it. I was like, no, I'm just picking them up because I want to pick them up, so I'm not going to pick them up. And one of the cards was the fox, and I closed the deck, shuffled him up, and he's come out. Card of camouflage. And the card that was with it wasn't the salmon. What was it? It was the lynx, which is secrets. And this salmon card, the inner wisdom that's now come out with the fox, has a similar energy to that lynx medicine that came out that I kind of questioned. And what's coming through with this is, there's like this viral video on YouTube, and I don't know who it is, and there's a clip of somebody and he's basically saying, but the thing is, when you're gifted with the, I'm going to butcher all these words, this is not what he says, but this is my interpretation of the energy that's coming through of that video in my language. This isn't word for word what it is. He says something like, when you're gifted the lens of the universe, or can see through the lens of the universe, that comes with responsibility, and comes with rules and disciplines, where it's not for you to necessarily share the things that you've been gifted to see. Not everybody's ready to see things. It's not your decision, it's not your place to decide when somebody is going to change their view, or to decide the day that somebody's reality shifts because of something that's been revealed to you that maybe is not to be revealed to them. This is having to find ways to master your emotions without completely offloading and wanting instant justice and communication in certain situations. It's a very like hermit kind of energy. It's like how Batman can't tell everyone he's Batman, but he's got Alfred. And it's like, it's not all bad. And if you don't have Alfred, be your own Alfred. 46, raccoon. Is that even his name? Batman's butler. Alfred, yeah. The Raccoon and the Hawk, the Little Bandit, and Messenger. First page it opened on is Stamina, Elk Medicine. Hawk. Be aware of signals in your life, notice and receive them. Hawk may be teaching you to grab an opportunity which is coming your way. Hawk may be bringing you the message that you should circle over your life and examine it from a higher perspective. From this vantage point, you may be able to discern the hazards which bar you from freedom of flight. Remember, Hawk has a keen eye and a bold heart, for Hawk flies close to the light of Grandfather's Sun. Antelope. Antelope indicates a message of higher purpose, arms you with the bow of authority and forces you to act on behalf of self, family, clan, nation, and finally Mother Earth. Antelope says do it now, don't wait any longer. Antelope knows the way, so do you. Take courage and leap, your sense of timing is perfect. When Antelope has bounded into your cards, the time is now, the power is you. Then we've got the Raccoon, generous protector. Protector of the underdog and provider for the young, infirm and elderly, often called Little Bandit by southern tribes, the Robin Hood of the animal kingdom, teaches us about generosity and caring for others. When Raccoon comes your way, you are being asked to contact your inner warrior to become a protector and generous provider for those in need. Raccoon medicine people have the uncanny ability to assist others without allowing them to become victims or dependents. Like the tribal chiefs of old, Raccoon tends to the needs of the tribe before taking anything for itself. Page 221 and 222. The Little Bandit may be telling you to look around to see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of another instead of remaining silent when others are gossiping. Maybe it's time to share the bounty of your time, energy or possessions with the less fortunate, but remember to help those in need develop their own protector and provider skills. In all cases, Raccoon asks that you honour yourself and others equally, provide for your own needs or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously. Chiefs earn their eagle feathers when they promote every human's right to self-dignity. Acting in this manner brings that same honour to yourself and to your family. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, number 31. First page it's opened on was 27, the Mad Hatter. I feel guided to check that, I'll come back to that. Page 45. The road is brighter when you walk in pairs. At times, life's lessons are meant to teach you how to act or think on your own. At other times, life just asks you to reach out to others and accept to form a duet or a team. This is one of those times. It won't do you any good to stay alone. What will truly help you today is synergy and partnership. If you want to go far, go accompanied. Key question, with whom do you feel you have a perfect complementarity? With whom do you feel you have a perfect complementarity of character? Complementarity? Am I saying that right? Key question, with whom do you feel you have a perfect complementarity of character? Page number 45, number 31. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And then the Mad Hatter. You may feel caught in a never-ending cycle of some sort or trapped in a societal pressure to conform, yet the powerful tool that could help you now is already within yourself, and it is your imagination. Use it to create a world of your own in which you give yourself full permission to be exactly who you are meant to be. Key question, how could you fully embrace everything that you are with all your lights and your shadows? Gonna leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.